Okay, guys, listen to this. America, which I'm going to have to say, the Caucasian people, okay? Some Caucasian people have been living right. They have. But some Caucasian people continue to repeat the same process over and over and over again. And this is the reason why I said it is time for the system to let go of the old Confederate ways by having someone walk into Congress or having someone walk into government and see the majority of the people within the seats are Caucasians. That is the number one thing that is causing the repeating cycle over and over. Now, there are some Caucasian people who don't think the same, so that eliminates certain things. But you have to look at the science of things. If you have a group of Hispanics in one room making laws, and you have a little bit of black and a little bit of white, the majority of the votes are going to come from the Hispanics, and they're going to get their rulings a whole lot better. If it was more black, then the blacks would get their rulings a whole lot more better. If it's more white, then they're going to get their rulings a whole lot more better. So we in America, yes, it's more diverse now. But to be honest, we all know that if you walk into the Capitol, the White House, the Pentagon, or anywhere in the legislative system in Washington, D.C. or anywhere, if it's more white, most of the votes are going to come from the white people. So we are used to seeing things repeat itself over and over, and it's 2021, and people have been talking about waking people up and how to become a vegan to heal themselves, because I healed myself, and I want everyone else to heal themselves also, because a lot of people are out there sick, they're coughing, they have the flu, or something is wrong with them. But the main thing that's going to heal them is natural foods. But they're given chemicalized medicine and certain treatments and eating meat and things that aren't natural along with the medicine because they feel like they just need to have a meal with the medicine. But what about having a healthy meal with the medicine? Okay, a healthy meal to certain people who haven't been vegan, it would be a piece of meat and a little bit of vegetable here, some bread, and whatever it is, and something to drink, But some people just feel like they just need to have a meal no matter what and then take the medicine. Now, if the system knows that this is our healing method, then why is it 2021 and all the stores out there aren't 100% vegan? Why are we still seeing meat being advertised, and why are there still slaughterhouses? Because there were the majority of the people inside of the Senate, they were white. So in order to see a godly change, not to say that certain white people won't do a godly change, because certain white people know the trick in order for people to become healthy and heal themselves from everything. And it's been a ancient study and practice for thousands of years before any of us was here. But it's 2021 and people are still seeing people become sick. And it's because of what they're intaking and digesting. And by taking chemicalized medicine, it may help for a little while, but you want permanent health. You want to be healed with the medicine and then not have an effect for the chemicals that is coming into your body for a long run for your organs. You want it to be healthy. So this is why I'm saying it's very, very important for people to take out the people who were, and this is not the 1400s. We're not killing anybody. They will no longer be working for that particular field that has their vote to be counted upon, because they will repeat the same cycle. So anyone in Congress who is white, and some people who are white aren't going to agree with the slaughtering animals. Some people who are white are going to say the same thing, become a vegan. Okay, so but the majority, if you send the majority of the white people will overcome the results of voting, and they will not even think about taking all of the slaughterhouses out and have people eat vegan foods and be healthy. They wouldn't even think of that. They're thinking about repeating something to keep certain businesses going because they want the money. They want mass corporations to have money. But health is wealth, and you've heard that from everyone. So imagine people not being sick from what they're eating. They're continuing to eat healthy foods, and they're healthy enough, and they're going to give you more money because they want to stay healthy. So your business is going to be wealthy. It's not going to be broke. You're not going to be a broke system. You're going to have even more wealth. You see, because people are going to be alive to eat the healthy foods that you are preparing for them, instead of them dying by eating whatever amount that the body can handle and then doom. You see, everything doom. So you let African Americans, which they say that, everything is becoming more diverse, even more and more and more now, thank God, and not to say that certain Caucasians are absolutely on target and they know exactly what needs to be changed. And this is going to have to change, because if you put a majority of African Americans in a room and you tell them to vote for something, you tell them that this is causing everyone to become sick, and they will no longer have these issues if you let everyone eat healthy foods, and they will no longer have to worry about wasting money on something that's causing their bodies to react in a negative way, in an unhealthy way, because they now know what's wrong with the foods that they're intaking. And certain Caucasians know this, and other Hispanics and Mexicans and Asians and other ethnicities know this as well. Because that is something rooted within their practice. But certain Caucasians have continued to ignore those practices. And not to say that African Americans and other ethnicities haven't ignored it, but that is something that has been repeated over and over and over. So just imagine a system that we're living in before our children are born, before our grandchildren are born. Just imagine a system 100 years ago filled with 100% vegan food stores, restaurants. No one is even eating meat. No one's eating meat. And anything that they eat will probably be a fish. But just imagine no one eating a land animal and everyone being healthy. And everyone is so used to having fruits and vegetables in their diet. Everyone's used to having herbs and things like that, People wouldn't be dying or in the hospital because they would have everything to heal their body, and it would be normal to them. And no one would even know what a disease is, because everyone would be up top on their game with having a healthy body. So this is why I said it's important for righteous people, not to say that certain Caucasians aren't righteous, but the majority of our votes that allow the system to repeat itself is coming from Caucasians, because certain people of color will copy that, but people should realize that the reason why things are repeating itself over and over is because it's a system that people are copying from centuries ago, from like when George Washington was here, like Abraham Lincoln, like those days. They were slaughtering animals and eating them like that, and it became a mass production and growing throughout the years. You see, and then everywhere you go, there's a McDonald's and Burger King. These businesses can remain, but their menus would change. That's the only thing. So that's why I wanted to wake you all up, because some people are, and I definitely have woken up, and I found a way, and thank you, God, because I wish I would have known this years ago. I would have never, missed a day out of school because my stomach was hurting, or I never would have missed a day going outside and playing because I didn't feel good because of the amount of food that has chemicals in them, and certain, diseases or bacterialized or mucus causing foods were the cause of that. So there will be no such thing as a disease and anything like a flu or a virus or anything, because people will be up on their game about what type of foods will be healing for the body. And that's why it's important. So thank you for watching, and I want you to know that the only way to get rid of the old system is to take the people who like to repeat the old system over and over. And the majority of them, now some of them are African Americans, some of them are other races, because they've been programmed and brainwashed to keep fast foods, and no one likes to admit to slaughtering animals. No one likes to admit that. They talk about everything else except for the animals, and that is the main reason why some people have not mastered to heal themselves naturally, because I did, and I want you to do it also. And yes, this is my voice, but it's other people who have the same voice as I do. So this is why I said, yeah, I may not have the Canon M50 camera, but I definitely am putting my voice out there for people to wake up and understand that the reason why people are the way that they are is because of what type of foods they are eating. There will be no need for a vaccine, or no need for certain needles or certain type of chemicalized medicine for people to heal, when the medicine that they need to heal grows from the ground and it's free. All you need is a seed and plant it. That's all you need to do. So keep that in mind, and do know that that is the number one method to get rid of the old Confederate system, is by taking the people who love to repeat it out. And that does not mean to kill them. It means they have to have another job and allow someone else to take over their position. Now, if they love their job so much that they do not want to leave because they want to keep the old system, then they are the ones that are not trying to move the nation forward. They are the ones that want to stay, and that is not good. They have been programmed within their own program, and now they're not able to see that the whole world is moving to a newer direction to be healthy, and they have been completely brainwashed. And you can say it's Confederate because George Washington's Confederacy group started the whole thing, and people before them, and the whole Washington D.C. thing. People have been programmed to repeat the same process over and over. So that's how you do it. See you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.